best equipment you're going to need. Some of this is pretty affordable, some of it isn't. It just depends on what route you want to go. First thing I'm going to recommend you guys have, and I've got one right here in front of me, and that's going to be an oscilloscope. An oscilloscope will measure waveforms. It's not really used for sound quality at all. It's used to determine clipping and to see if your equipment is producing a rock solid image. The piece that I have up here is sold on Amazon. It's just a little over 150 bucks. It's not expensive. The nice thing about it is a 2-channel oscilloscope. You can actually do left and right channels at the same time, or you can actually monitor input and output of an amplifier at the same time. So this is a great little piece for just a little over $150. We're not going to go into the setup and using this equipment. We're going to have a whole nother show where I'm going to teach you guys how to use an oscilloscope, how to properly use an RTA, how to set them up and get them to show the measurements you're looking for, because they can be a little daunting, but once you get the basics, they're really not difficult to operate. The hardest thing is to get one that you can trust. Now, there are a bunch of other oscilloscopes on the market. There's a bunch of handheld units. I personally don't like the handheld ones simply because that screen is so small. In fact, I'm going to show you a program here in just a minute I've talked about many times on the show that I like to use. It has both the oscilloscope and the RTA in the same program. And that is going to be the second thing you're going to need is an RTA. That stands for real-time analyzer. That is going to show you waveforms. It's going to show you amplitude of various frequencies of audio so you can see what you're listening to, and you can also see and hear what is not being produced to its fullest extent, or something that might be recorded a little bit too hot. But there's a lot of good reasons for both of these pieces of equipment, and we're going to go into that in just a little bit. Second thing you're really going to want if you're doing any type of high-end tuning, and we probably won't have time tonight to get to the audio side of it, but you'll want to get a good quality microphone for doing the in-car measurements. That's really important. Dayton Audio, Parts Express, they make a great microphone, about 100 bucks. And aside from that, there's one other piece of equipment you're going to need, because you got to get the sound from the microphone into your computer, or the signal into your computer. Computers don't have a microphone input. Well, they got the little 3.5 millimeter for your hands free, but that's not going to work very well. In fact, we have a way that you can use that. There's a white paper online that's how to build a simple RTA and test speaker outputs with it. So if you go on our tech site, that's going to tell you how to build a very affordable RTA. In fact, the parts are going to cost you probably about 100 bucks, and just any simple RTA app that you can get for free.